Welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to play Dungeons & Dragons. You're watching Dice and Dungeons, and I'm here at the table with...
I'm David Wong. I play Nines the Tabaxi Bard.
I'm Nicole Bates. I play Saria, the Changeling Druid.
And I'm Greg. I'm playing Ulset Ralph, the Furbog Fighter.
And I'm Alexis Bates, your trusty dungeon mistress. We have a fairly short announcement list today, having our usual sponsor, Geekified, as the only announcement. So, jumping into that, Geekified is a tabletop gaming store out of Vinton, Iowa, that takes online orders and in-store orders for all of your tabletop role-playing game needs. Perhaps you're looking for some cool new miniatures for your next battle. We were just painting a WizKids, I think.
Yep.
A WizKids giant scorpion that turned out amazing on our painting stream if you haven't seen that. And maybe you just want to mix some new things into your battle. They just released a new Ravenloft set a couple months back now, and it is a whole lot of fun, so you might want to go check that out. No matter what it is, you can get a little discount purchasing online using the URL geekified.us/discount/dice and dungeons. That link, of course, is posted in our Twitch chat during live broadcasts and on the YouTube description afterwards. You'll get 5% off with your first order, and buying things through the link helps support the show, so it's a great way to entertain yourself with something new, brighten a friend's day. So thank you again to Geekified for all of your continuing support. We greatly appreciate it.
Hold up. Are you telling me I'm going to be fighting a scorpion?
No.
No.
No, honestly, the model just looked cool, so...
I mean, eventually I'll turn into a scorpion or something.
The Scorpion King.
Yeah.
Queen.
Nope.
King, Queen.
I can
Nope,
be
we're not doing
either.
that.
Why not?
We are not doing... That was the worst of that franchise.
What really? You think it was worse than the one with the Emperor of China as a mummy?
Post your
I don't
thoughts
want
in
to think
the,
about it.
Post your thoughts in the chat below. It helps engagement.
They're both the worst simultaneously.
With
It's
like
tie for
the
last.
animated terracotta army.
It was like, the first one was great and campy as hell. Then the second one was like, okay, sure. You lost me a bit with the terrible CGI, but all right. And then the third one and the score just fell off. Just fell off.
So be sure to chime in, rank ordering them in chat. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
List your favorite Brendan Fraser movie.
List your favorite Brendan Fraser.
If you're watching, please retweet this.
Are we done?
Yeah.
God, I hope
You
so.
said it was a simple intro, and it was.
And it was. And you never fail to get me off topic. So well done. With that, Dungeoneers, let's roll. Welcome back. Last time on Dice and Dungeons, having brought low the loathsome law-breaking leader Ludorf, our party finds itself at the crossroads of what to do next. Having no assignment from the Company of Blades, at least at this time, where they turn next is now up to them. There are a couple of things that I want to make sure you guys get onto your character sheets, though we didn't quite have time to do that in our last episode. each of you has obtained a Costerian flash grenade. You can add that to your inventory. It is in the database, so you can find it and put it in there. And one of you can add the very large, menacing appearing mace.
I believe 9
club.
says that.
Which you can also find. It is in the database. It is called OL''E Thumper. And you can find all the rule sets with it. It's fairly simple. I believe you guys left off in the company house.
Yeah.
Because I think the last thing that you all did was take a minute to practice various
Right before bed.
skills that you're trying to improve on.
Yeah.
You with your lockpicking, you with learning fervent repair tools, and Nines with the zither. So you are now awake the next morning, and what we do is up to you.
Well, first we have to see what's for breakfast, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Step 1, breakfast.
Why not food?
Go to the buffet. Is it the same old typical buffet, or is there something special today?
Let's find out.
Are these Navinian crepes?
Are you trying to just...
Ask the self-insert my
Are you
breakfast.
trying to...
Yeah.
Would you like crepes?
Yeah.
Sure, there's crepes this morning.
With fresh cream and berries.
Sure, why not? The steward in training is on duty and decided to put in just slightly more effort than usual today.
Where is the flour sourced from in these crepes?
Is it not GMO?
I ignore Soria's questions, and I just steal a whole bunch.
I don't know. I don't know. I apologize.
That's okay. I don't really know what the question means.
You notice.
I have for you some fritters.
You notice that the in training button is not on his jacket.
Are you an official steward?
Oh, yes, I am.
Wow.
Does that mean you can get in trouble now?
Oh no. I hadn't thought of that.
Because my friend here has some strong opinions about the security of this place and its, protection of things within our rooms.
Oh, do you need me to take some notes?
No, I thought that you were trying to recover the funds that were lost under your very nose in this very building.
I'm not sure of the status on that, but I will investigate.
Don't worry too much. We're
Yes, if you don't find it, you just get in trouble.
yeah.
Oh. Okay. Understood. Is there anything I can help you with today?
Yes,
Is
did anyone
Olaf-
ask for us by name yet?
Yes.
What name would they ask by?
We don't know.
They always ask for us just simply by name. They say, we would like to hire you by name.
Yes,
Then
but
it's
what is
in
your
their
name?
last form.
Oh.
Is Zoloth in?
He is.
Okay, I go to Zoloth's door and knock on the door. I'm being polite, I'm knocking on the door.
One moment.
I'm just eating crepes still. I think we just got sat down.
Let's have a crepe eating contest.
Okay.
You hear Soloth kind of moving some things around inside,
I got
and after a minute or two, he
I
comes
rolled
to
a
the door.
17.
a 10 on crepe eating.
Yes, how may I help you?
Yes, you are Zoloth. I am wondering if anyone has asked to hire us by name.
Oh, have you decided on a name?
No.
Why are you asking that? People always simply hire us by name.
Well, yes, that would imply that your group has
Well, has anyone asked
chosen
to
a name for
hire
itself.
us?
Are we really doing a who's on first here? Is that what we're doing?
No, I want to know if we have a contract or not.
At this time, no.
Okay,
I don't have
that
a
is all.
contract
Thank
out for
you. And I return to the buffet.
That was a 9-esque power move right there.
We have no contracts with the company of blades at the moment.
Did they get us a name yet?
Yeah, they said that in the opening narration.
That was a good opening narration.
I arranged some cold cuts and biscuits. And,
For your crepe?
No, I don't want a crepe.
Maybe we should come up with a name. We keep talking about it.
But how about the pretzel posse?
But we don't always have pretzel day.
Oh.
I keep saying 9+1. It's a great name. Rolls
Anybody
off
out there who's watching this, we're taking suggestions
Other than 9+1.
for a group name.
I think
So,
you should all just
just-
type in 9+1.
Type them into chat, and we'll have a contest, and whoever comes up with the best name will name us.
Unless we think of one instead.
Yes.
Unless
which
you put like something like the Saltworthy in there.
it's really not likely we're going to come up with a name. So,
We're good.
we
at
have
this
no
adventure.
contract. We have no other business here since we have taken care of everything except for catching.
Well, we actually have one piece of business left.
Oh, yes.
Nines has a performance at the Blackwell Bar.
We cannot forget that. Oh, and you are trying to grow things that are under radiation.
With Dodriana. So we should maybe see if they're like giant monsters that eat her.
We could do that. I am thinking we should probably decide what to do next, and that will probably not be any longer here.
I agree.
So we should also decide if we wish to say so long and goodbye to anybody in town.
That's true, and if we're leaving, we should take that fervent sphere
Oh, yes, from the bank.
bank.
Even though we did sign a contract for 6 months and only a few days has elapsed.
We can put something else in it if that makes you feel better.
No,
I got some random stuff I could stick in there.
perhaps they will give us a refund for the amount of time not used. Of course, it is this thing called bank.
What if I put that disc that Dole gave me in it, and then when we don't show up and they auction off the contents, then someone will get it and just be like, what is this? And Dole will be like, who's talking to me?
I don't think Dole will like that. And then we can't talk to Dole.
That's right.
Oh, fair point.
Are we done eating?
I'm on my third crepe.
I don't think I ate 10 crepes.
I think you did.
It is easy to lose track. If
Why
you are
don't we,
eating now.
before we have things we want to wrap up, but that doesn't mean we can't discuss now where we want to go. Because when we're out and about, if we want to say goodbye to Otto or
Muriel.
or anyone like that, or the lady at the Blackwell Bar, we can do that when we're out. And maybe, I only know how to get around in the Fervent Wild. So if we decide where we're going, maybe we can ask people for how to get there.
Well, the place that I will probably need to go at some point is very, very far north, outside of Costeria, because that seems to be the direction that Rimarden had left. But I do not think that we are ready to go to Costeria in the far north. You seemed to be very interested in going to the place with the Griffin flag.
Yes. That's what I was going to say. As far as I know, this is my first lead that Otto gave us. That Iron Veil with the Ulfsting Grotfell family is my only lead on my family right now. So, and that's in the Cormer Republic to the south. But I would personally very much like to head that way and try to find my family and our relic.
Yes, and perhaps, as some had said, they have a large library there, and there may be more information.
Well, yeah, we could also head to the former Republic's capital to see if that's where they'd probably have a lot more info.
I am not familiar with the location of these places. Is Iron Vale between here and there?
You know, we had that one crash course in the library. So I'm pretty sure...
Did you get free complimentary map with that?
Did we get a free complimentary map?
If I genuinely don't remember.
You should go to the library. Check out that map
what's
over
important is that the Cormer Republic can't be all that big, right? I mean, they must be pretty close.
Well, I agree. It would be fine to go to Iron Vale. Nines, do you have any objection to going to Iron Vale?
No, I just want to kill the voice, but we can do that at any time.
And
Who's going to kill him?
And while we're traveling, you can use that travel to build up your fame and like skills and everything, so that when you go toe to toe with him, you're actually almost as famous as he is.
What do you mean almost as famous?
I mean, he has like posters everywhere, even in a place he's not right now.
Yes, but now I have big club to intimidate everyone.
And their crowbar.
Yes, I'm Crowbrashalar.
Did you name your crowbar after his sword?
No.
Oh, just came up with it on your own.
Yes, completely original name.
God, we're gonna be 9+1, aren't we?
Well, let us decide where we will go first. Shall we go to the library and get a map?
I mean, why don't we go to a store since we probably want to keep it?
Uh-huh.
I kept this book.
You who are steward.
Yes.
We are looking for a place in which to purchase a travel map.
Your crepes are good.
And maybe it was some sort of character that is very interesting.
A travel map? Of what?
The continent?
Something that will show us the route between here and Iron Vale and the Cormer Republic.
Maybe enchanted so it tells us where we are at any given point.
And it will pop out of our backpacks and sing a song. And help us stop Swiper.
Oh no. Does that mean we need to not go back to the drowning in magic? We will be there for days and days and days.
I don't think I've ever heard of a map that does something like that.
Oh.
Sorry.
Do you have any maps?
Do you have a normal map?
We have some maps of the local Nordfeld area, but there's not that many larger maps.
I mean, is there a map maker around that we could buy one from them?
I think there might be.
The steward who is no longer in training.
I haven't heard of any here in Nordfeld. There's not much call for map makers here. North of here is into the Fervent Wilds, and folks typically don't map very far into it, and what we have mapped is where people usually go. If you're looking for something more, large, I guess, it's more trade center areas tend to carry those. But there's some regional maps. We have a few. I'm sure I could loan you one here.
Could you just, where, do you know the city of Iron Vale in the Cormer Republic?
Yes, I'm aware of that.
How close is it to where we are now?
Well, that's fairly far south. It's just on the southern side of the Drang Peaks.
Which is the southern border.
That is the mountain range that divides Glindring and the Cormer Republic.
Right.
Okay. Would you happen to have a map of the region between here and there?
Well, I don't have a portable one, but there is such a map in Soloth's office.
Oh, well, we should knock on his office door.
I already did that.
You know, he travels a lot. I bet Soloth would know way more about this than our not in training steward.
What is it that you're trying to understand?
Oh, well, I guess we're looking for the best way to get to Ironvale.
Well, that's just become a bit more problematic.
Did it burn down?
No, not that I'm aware of.
So it could have burned down.
The Cormo Republic has just declared their borders closed to all travelers from Glendring.
Just from my mind's eye, he's standing like in an apron, like working a crepe station, right?
Since you're eating them at the moment, yes. He's also wearing a fairly nice tailor-fit suit.
Okay. I just want
a funny hat on.
Like a chef's hat.
No, but he does have a hair net sort of tying his hair back.
Well, shall we see Soloth and ask if he has a map?
Wait, what's going on with the Cormo Republic, though?
Yes, that sounds very plot relevant.
The Cormo Republic just closed their borders to all travelers from Glendring.
For any particular reason?
Well, the Republic has long had a contentious relationship with Glendring, but I haven't heard of any particular reason, although there's many fearing that this could be a prelude to war.
So it's just Glendring, though.
And as far as I know, if they've closed their borders to other nations, it's not reached our ears. But
I suppose it would take extra long to go through Costeria, though.
just yesterday, Royal Guard were coming through, notifying the people of the potential crisis that's rising on our southern border. It's rather tense times right now.
Well, perhaps we should go there then.
Well, we should definitely ask Soloth about getting in.
Okay, let us go do that.
Yeah.
Then take his maps.
Mm-hmm.
At least look at his map. And take a picture with our brains.
No. I am taking map.
I wish that worked, just like brain photo.
You have to make a
Called
clicky
the
sound.
Keen Mind
You
Feed.
do.
Yeah, it doesn't work unless you make the clicky sound.
If you take Keen Mind, house rule, you have to go anytime you want to remember something.
So, can I
say
take it
brain
and just be like...
Yeah, but you have to do the sound.
And then you have to recite everything from the last episode if I ask you.
Yeah, I'll just go and replay the episode. That's an easy feat to pull off.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm gonna go knock on Scratch at Soloth's door.
Are you
all-
you said
Soloth, I need a map.
okay, so you're just going.
It's all three of us this time.
Good. Good. I felt lonely earlier.
Really?
I
Yes.
Insight
don't believe
check.
this.
I believe it.
I don't believe it.
I got a 9.
I got a 19.
Nines can't get like a good read one way or the other. You think it might be lying, but he could also be telling the truth?
I'm good.
Brought to you by gravity.
But Soloth, to the perception of Ulseth, you get the hint that he's actually maybe being slightly sardonic, yet truthful.
He's sour but truthful.
Yeah.
Anyway, I need a map.
So let me.
You need a map of what?
Let me translate.
Please.
Catch you up to speed.
You weren't part of conversation? You're so loud.
That is true, although I tend not to pay attention to everything said
This
outside
door
of
is
doors.
very thick as well.
Sure.
So, since we have no more contracts, and I have some personal business that will take me south. We wanted, and we heard just now that the former Republic is closed off to Glindring.
Yes, that is.
So we need to get to Ironvale, assuming we don't have any more contracts.
There's nothing specific at this time, but I'm sure that there are open contracts you could take if you wanted to.
We have business there. Did they just let us go through?
Yeah, if I have like personal business, can I just go in anyway? Like if I have a note.
That is not how that works. No.
I'm still loosey-goosey on the whole nation concept.
Understood. Unfortunately, the borders being closed mean that unless there's a particularly good reason, or you have been requested by
Name?
officials of the Corma Republic, will not let any travelers originating from Glindring through.
What if we're part of a multinational mercenary company?
Well, that would depend. If you are requested by Corma Republic officials, I'm sure they would let you through, but at this point, any one of the company of Blades that is currently residing in Glindring is unlikely to get through those borders.
Do you happen to have any open contracts that
Corma Republic.
in the Corma Republic?
Not that I have access to this far north in Glindring. Our contracts are usually held regionally. I can ask and see if there's something open, but like I said, the fact that you're physically in Glindring presents quite a bit of a problem.
So when you say it's a closed border, do they magically seal it off?
No, the ports of entry are being monitored, and travelers originating from Glindring are being turned away.
Oh, so we could just
entry.
But we could just walk through, not a port of entry, right?
Yes, as usual, you can just walk through the border. It is only as real as people make it.
Well,
let us go where it is not real.
So if we were to enter the Corma Republic,
yes,
how would you recommend us to do that? Trying to get to Ironvale.
And what do you need to get to Ironvale for?
Family business.
Knowledge.
All right. Unfortunately, at this time, I don't know of a way to get there. Not without using, illegal means.
Okay, what are those?
Well, I don't have resources in this area, but you could smuggle yourselves in on a ship.
Oh. What were you going to say?
I was going to say perhaps we could go in a crate or a barrel.
I was going to say we know a pirate.
Ex-pirate.
They use ships, right?
Oftentimes they call them pirate ships, I have heard.
I mean, I don't have any idea what a ship is other than it goes on the ocean, actually. But we do know a pirate who said he had a ship.
We were on a boat. Is that same thing?
Would that
Far
work?
be it from me to encourage members of the Company of Blades to engage in piracy, but if you need to get there, well, that might be your best bet. I suppose you could also travel over or through the Drang Peaks, but I don't know.
Is that dangerous?
Can be.
Giant scorpions, things like that.
I haven't heard of scorpions in that area.
Where would you find giant scorpions?
Little baby mammoths.
I think scorpions are more like Costerian desert, right?
Oh, there are scorpions in the Costerian deserts, yes.
Well,
So, there are dangers within the Drang Peaks. They can be, well, if you choose to travel over them, there's not an easily traversable path, if any at all, at this point. There were only a very few narrow and easily hampered ways of traveling over the top of those mountains.
On the other hand, ice puns.
Yes, I suppose that is a point, but you can also attempt to travel through them. I have no idea what they would be, if any are open, and what you might find there.
Like caves and tunnels and stuff.
But it's well known there are ways to travel through the mountains.
If it is well known, could we go to visit someone who does know that thing?
I'm sure you could find someone if you ventured into the southern parts of Glindring. There are several large cities down there, but I don't know if there are any well-traveled or charted passages. The only reason that we know that this happens is because there are animals that, well, are native to the Corma Republic that appear occasionally on the other side of the mountains.
They didn't delve too deep and awake something deep within the mountain, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
So
If they did, I pray that they are all safe.
when Nines had scratched up on your door to get your attention, he was asking for a map. Do you have such a thing?
What sort of map are you looking for?
A map that will show the
Continent
the
or...
roads and the pathways between here and Ironvale.
Well, I have a regional map of Glindring and, well, the northern parts of the Corma Republic.
That would be very helpful.
And here. He heads over to his wall and sort of starts moving. It appears as though it's on a roll. Because he's cranking this little piece, and what had been fairly nice looking painting. What was that?
My foot.
Oh, okay. But it had been a fairly nice looking painting. Is now moving slowly off to the side.
Your painting is haunted.
And a map is now coming into view. And you see the country of Glindring. You spot at the northern borders of the country's lines a sizable city labeled Nordfeld. Just studying it for a few minutes more, you see where Whitfeld is, and you familiarize yourself with the principal landmarks: the capital, the southern cities, and the coastlines. There's not... Well, to be blunt, there's not a direct way from here into Ironvale.
Would you say the fastest way would be along the sea, but the most quiet way would be through the mountains? Am I understanding that correctly?
Define quiet.
Well, if the borders are closed, not going through one of those ports of entry.
You definitely would not enter a port of entry by going through the mountains. You would emerge, I'm guessing, somewhere within their mining systems, or even an uncharted cave. I don't know where they would come out. It would certainly be, well...
riskier.
I would say it's less likely to run the risk of being noticed. But I don't know what that travel would look like, and I can't say what challenges you might find. But it would very likely not raise the ire of many people or catch the attention of the authorities. Traveling overseas is quicker and often safer, but make no mistake, the waters around Glindring's coast are treacherous, notoriously so, as are many of the waters on the northern parts of the Corma Republic's coastline. But it is, I think, maybe more wise to choose that route. Entry will be more difficult. You'll probably have to smuggle yourselves in.
Would I have to, like, disguise myself as someone else?
I have no idea. I'm not a smuggler.
Well, we know
You
one.
know a smuggler?
We know a smuggler.
We know a smuggler.
Yeah, but I want to know a smuggler that Solov knows.
Yeah. Tell us more about your friends.
I don't have any smuggler friends, at least that I know of.
They must be very good smugglers if he does not
Yeah.
even know.
That's really impressive. Maybe you should just tell us all of your friends and we'll talk to each of them.
Most of my friends aren't here in Nordfeld.
We're in Nordfeld. We're your friends, right?
That is true, but the majority of my friends are not in Nordfeld.
Is there like a Solov friend club that we can like go to?
No,
A reunion?
it's not a reunion that I'm aware of. But I live in Drogmara. That's where my family is.
Right.
That's where most of my friends are. If you're ever in the town, I'm sure I can introduce you.
I make a sketch of the map as well as I can.
You're able to make a serviceable facsimile. You have little awareness of how scale accurate that map might be. The one that you're referencing, and the one that you're drawing has, rough details. You can see the clear line of mountains that makes the southern edge of Glendring and the northern edge of the Korma Republic, as well as the country of Ruckstahl, which you had not had any discussions about previously, but is on the northeastern edge.
How is that spelled?
R-U-H apostrophe U-K apostrophe S-T-A-H-L.
This Ruckstahl. What is it?
They are, mostly insular, but peaceful country.
This doesn't look like an island.
Not in the geographic sense. They are insular in the sense that they don't have many interactions with outsiders.
So could someone from Glendring go into Ruckstahl, and then someone from Ruckstahl go into Comer?
I suppose that's possible. I don't know what the border status with Ruckstahl and the Korma Republic is.
Couldn't be any worse than what it is now.
We do not know. So we have four potential ways of entering Comer Republic. That is more alternatives than we usually have when we adventure.
I know, I can't deal with this many choices.
So, thank you
I want to meet the pirate.
Thank you for the use of your map. I think we shall be going
Think of
now.
all the accents.
You could learn sea shanties. Which
Let
is a
us-
thing I am
What
aware
kind
of.
of shanties?
Shall we go visit Otto?
Well, yeah. Do I want to sort of nail down our plan before we do any of this wrapping up in town stuff?
Well, I thought that perhaps we could get information about pirating
I agree.
and shipping.
Yeah. And say goodbye to Otto if we
Yes.
don't. Alright. Yeah, let's head to Otto.
And while we are there, I believe that it's
It's
close
weird,
to
all
Lake
new
Sturm.
friends that we didn't kill.
Yes.
We could say goodbye to Sturmgrimmy.
Yeah, we'll say goodbye to Sturmgrimmy. On our way, I'll buy a raw chicken
You buy a raw chicken.
for Sturmgrimmy.
Understood.
How much?
I was gonna ask, a whole raw chicken?
Yep.
Now, do you want it plucked or unplucked?
I don't think they care.
Whatever's cheapest.
So I'm guessing,
Cheaper.
well, unplucked would be cheaper.
Yeah.
It would be, it'd be a silver.
Alright. Whenever I'm near Lake Sturmgrim, I'll just be ready to throw that in.
Why don't we try to catch him again? We have stronger rope.
Yes, we do.
Just,
Let us go visit Otto to say goodbye and also to get advice about entering the Comer Republic.
I just like the idea of you walking along the shores of like Sturmgrim, and there's people out enjoying the moonlit shores, and suddenly a raw, well, it's not even like raw, it's just a dead chicken is thrown into the lake.
Actually, you should probably be the one to throw it. You're way stronger.
When we get there, I will throw it.
You don't want to carry it until then?
No.
Okay.
Just about 60 feet out into the water, sploosh, and some like feathers.
And then a giant maw comes up.
Cannot wait to roleplay that.
Maybe they would have preferred a goat.
It's a Tyrannosaurus?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a goat nearby?
Just walking around.
Is there a goat store?
If you want to find a goat, you can find a butchered goat to purchase.
Okay,
We're gonna find a live goat.
How much is the goat?
A whole goat,
Yeah.
like T-Rex goat.
No, it's
Okay.
not a T-Rex
Got it.
goat, just a goat.
Like a Jurassic Park goat.
A goat. How much is the
This
goat?
is for a plesiosaur.
It's 2 gold.
2 gold?
That's an expensive goat. Dang.
There's a lot more that goes into a goat than a chicken.
I'm gonna negotiate this.
How about we just get an extra chicken?
I'll buy 2 more chickens.
Okay, that's 2 more silver.
Good thing there's a lot of dead animal stores around here.
Okay, let's go to Otto's.
I mean, you guys can find like the markets to buy these things. It's not
Alright.
that hard.
Let's head to Otto's.
All right, you head to Otto's. Now, you're well familiar with where his store is. You enter. The usual charming little bell greets you, and
I ding it again.
I hit the bell.
each time you hit it, it starts a slightly different tune.
I love this bell.
I hit it 6 times.
Then 6 slightly different tunes. Keep playing. All of them tunes you've never heard before.
I like this bell.
After, a few minutes, which you're used to, the side panel of the room opens, and out from it, slowly, Otto hobbles out. Well, you're back.
Yes, we need help with some illegal stuff.
Yes, we must commit crimes now.
Yeah, we have to do a lot of crime.
Come on.
What sort of crime are you doing?
Well, I personally need, but the group is going to help me. We need to go to Ironvale. And apparently, the Cormer Republic has shut down the border altogether with Glindring.
Yes.
And we were suggested one of the ways to get there, though, is by a boat. And we thought, who knows boats better than Otto?
Solaf was given all sorts of illegal advice.
Yeah,
That's great.
a lot of illegal stuff.
If I get caught, he's the first name I'm dropping.
Just. All right. Well, you have a busy schedule planned out.
Well, it's not very well planned.
It is as well planned as anything else we have ever planned.
That's true. It's
So-
great. It's very well planned.
What
Yes,
do
we're
you
filled
need
with
my
crime.
help for?
Well, seeing as you are famously a pirate, as you told us, yes?
Or infamously.
And yeah, or infamously.
It can be both.
We thought, who knows boats and crime better than Otto, who could help us figure out how to get down into Ironvale illegally. by both.
Yes, do one crime.
One crime
one crime.
For each of us.
I count that as one crime.
Yes, we are sharing it.
We're like a crime unit. Like a crime family, really.
You need to be smuggled into a country, then?
I suppose so. I've never been smuggled before. Is it nice?
No.
It sounds nice, like Snuggle.
Yeah, it sounds like snuggled.
It is not nice.
Oh.
It's usually quite uncomfortable and can be dangerous. But there's sure to be many ships traveling to the Como Republic. Piracy is never more profitable during a period of tension and war. People need supplies, and a cutthroat knows how to get them.
Perhaps you could provide us with a letter of reference.
Or a piracy letter, yeah.
A piracy letter of reference. I've never heard of such a thing. What a charming idea.
Well, then how is it that would be best to be introduced to cooperative pirates?
I would make some contact. Come back this evening.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we will
After
do that.
the sun has risen.
Oh, yeah. Clandestine stuff in the
Don't
daylight.
come to the front, but the rear door will be unlocked.
Okay.
I do have a question. Where did you get this marvelous bell?
It was a great gift from one of my old friends in the business.
Is that the friend we're gonna meet later?
Oh no. No. She is long since passed. But the bell reminds me of her every day.
Well, is it possible ever to find such another bell?
I don't know. I've never seen its equal. I've had princes and empresses alike ask me about that bell.
Well, now you will have had a furball boyfriend ask you as well.
Everyone loves that little bell of mine, especially me. But if you find one, I should love to have a partner for it.
Well, we will see.
Request accepted.
We will see you again this evening after the sunrise.
A little yellow exclamation point popped over his head. Click the dialogue box and accept.
I'm writing it down. Alright.
On the way out, I hit the bell.
Alright. So, since Otto's reaching out to contacts, I think that's our travel situation, sort of loosely planned. As well planned as we could ever expect. Because someone else is doing it.
I do believe it will be very well planned since we are not doing it.
Yeah. So, I think if we are planning to leave, we should grab the fervent sphere from the bank.
Yes, we are very near that.
Drop by Todriana's and have Nines do his performance at the bar.
I would like to visit Muriel to say goodbye.
Then we should visit Muriel.
So, the bank is on the bank of the lake.
But we're right by the lake right now, so why don't we go
I'm going to feed Sturmgrimmy.
Sturmgrimmy? I think Sturmgrimmy, I mean, the most popular part of the beach is probably where Sturmgrimmy hangs out, because I assume Sturmgrimmy wants to be popular too.
Oh, yes. Okay, so we go down.
Which is why no one's ever seen Sturmgrimmy.
We go down
because he hangs out at the popular spot.
We go down to the beach, and
everyone wants to be popular, even if they don't say it.
I fling the chickens out as far as I can.
I think 3 separate strength checks, though.
Okay.
Here, Kaido.
Yep, go ahead. Make a strength roll. Just see how far you get it.
Before you throw them, I read a little, to Sturmgrimmy note on each one and just
Oh, all right, very good.
Attach it to like the foot of each chicken.
Very
It's
good.
not a saving throw, it's just a strength bonus. Right?
Yeah. Or athletics, probably, for throwing.
Yeah, sure. You know what? We can call this athletics.
28.
Oh, you get this one. Were you using any sort of like tie a little rope and kind of like turn it into a projectile, or were you just like
No, I'm just
throwing it?
using the
Neck.
no, the feet. That was a 28 chicken throw.
All right. You get that. Get that 28 yards out into the water.
Oh, good throw, well said.
Oh, thank you.
Guidance.
Chicken 2.
I am going to cast Speak with Animal.
On the dead chicken.
No, I'm just going to... we heard Sturm Grimmy, right?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, we... I'm going to thank Sturm Grimmy for the memories. In a language he can understand.
29.
A little further this time. You get it. 29 yards.
Are we
out.
drawing a crowd now?
I wouldn't say you're drawing a crowd, but you are. After the second dead chicken, people are starting to take notice that there's a lunatic throwing dead chickens far out of the lake.
All right, these are for Storm Grimmy, the monster who lives in the
The last
lake.
one was only a 21.
Yeah, so he doesn't detail of you.
Did you get your guidance?
You didn't get quite as good of a grip, and it's sort of like throwing a football. Sometimes you get a great spiral and it really goes, then other times it's got a little wobble. But this is the little wobble, and it goes 21 yards out.
Imagine how much of a crowd would have if you threw a live goat in there.
But the goats were 2 gold. That was too expensive.
I would have paid 2 gold to see you throw a goat into the lake.
I mean, I guess you still could.
What's important is that we have given Storm Grimmy a parting gift.
We have. Goodbye, Sturm Grimmy. It was good to know.
The first chicken said thank, the middle one said you, and the last one said Storm Grimmy.
Thank Grimmy you. What does that mean?
It is his alma mater.
Roll percentile dice for me. Yes, here. Let's see what happens.
76.
The ripples spread out and over the lake. And nothing seems to happen.
We
Little
wait
splash
an exceptionally long time
out into the
something to
water.
happen.
You see what could be a fin rise up briefly and then sink back down.
You say something to Storm Grimmy really quick. You can talk to him.
I will say. Sturm
Let's
Grimmy.
speak with animal at it.
Oh, you both shout at the same time and very over
We
each
are
other.
saying thank you,
Goodbye,
Sturm Grimmy.
Scrummy!
I almost caught you that one time, and take no offense. We were just curious to see you.
From a little ways down the beach. Hey, can you stop throwing dead chickens into the lake? That'd be
Dick, shut up!
that'd be great. What are you even doing?
We're saying goodbye to Storm Grimmy, the monster of the lake.
What?
Yes, it is what you heard.
There is a massive monster that lives inside of this lake. We're just shouting back at him.
Okay. I don't know. They're crazy or something.
What did you roll?
I got an 83 in my goodbye.
You should have rolled instead of me.
So, you have now bid farewell to Sturm Grimmy and several chickens.
And yelled at again.
And polluted the lake. Our job here is done.
The chickens
The
are
lake
just
is
sort
not
of
polluted. Sturm
floating
Grimmy
up at
has
the top.
cleared them away.
bobbing in the gentle waves.
Alright, well, we're on the shore. Let's head to the other kind of bank.
Okay, go to the bank.
All right.
and just get our sphere back. Do you want to put something else in? We could get another dead chicken. Since we have it rented for
Let's get a
like...
reverse mortgage.
Another 5 3/4 months.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have some random stuff we could stick in there. I have some like mushroom spores that might grow in there.
Just wondering
I'd buy another
what sort of
chicken.
crap can you dump in there?
I'd just buy another chicken.
What if we just put like one common Testaxi in it?
Are you willing to give up the Staxi?
Just a plain one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it can just be sitting in there for whoever opens it later.
You who are bank clerk behind the counter.
Who are we?
Yes.
Who are here already?
May I help you?
Yes, I have been renting one of your very safe and secure boxes to store an item. We had paid
It's
for
safe and secure still.
it. Had better be, but we are leaving now, and I have come to retrieve the item. Even though I have paid for the box for 6 months, I am retrieving the item.
But we're putting in a different item.
It is your box. You may do as you wish with it.
Well, that is what we wish to do.
Please, you can help yourselves to the room. You do not need my permission to access your deposit box.
Okay. I thought we did, but that's cool.
I thought that was behind a locked door.
If you rent a box with us, your personage will unlock the door automatically.
Wow.
Ooh.
All right. So when we get...
See?
Do you remember when you had to touch the box?
Yes.
That is the lock.
Well,
So I think it's rented in your name.
Yes. So I go in and unlock it.
You go to the door behind which all of the safety deposit boxes are. You touch the door. You wait for a moment, hear a little clicking, and then the door pops open. You're able to enter. And you find that your safety deposit box has a slight glow to it, just a pleasant blue glow, sort of showing you which one is yours.
No, I go unlock it.
It is unlocked.
I take out the engine.
The box with the drive engine.
Do you want me to carry this?
Probably a good idea. Also, keep them separate.
I'll carry them.
I'm going to put in one of my common Testaxis facing out, and I'm going to write a little note that says, "Extremely cursed, do not touch."
Okay.
And then, can I borrow that chicken?
The one I just bought?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna just try and get as much chicken blood on the inside of the box as possible.
You can get a fair bit of chicken blood on the inside of the box.
Okay.
You have now spread salmonella and E. coli all over the box.
Yeah.
Part of the curse.
Yeah. And the Testaxi and the note, just everything. And
And I lock
Sorry,
it.
what are you doing?
Should I lock it up again?
well, 1 second. I'm going to then take my dagger and I'm gonna carve little like claw marks that are Testaxi size on the inside of the box door.
Okay.
So it looks like it was trying to claw its way out. All right, now I'm good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep.
I close up the box. Close the
Okay.
Traveling with psychopaths.
We have this box for another 5.5 months. We have to keep something in it. We paid for it.
Someone's gonna come to that box and have a very bad day.
We will let the lease run out and someone will have to open it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done here.
All right.
Thank you, clerk, who is behind the counter.
I'm just like, am I covered in blood?
You don't have to be covered in blood.
Okay.
I assume that you having lived the life you lived in your village, you probably have butchered a chicken
Yes.
and would know how to generally not get yourself covered in blood when
Alright.
you're handling a dead chicken.
That's
When we
true.
close the door, can I touch it to see if there's a lockbox that's assigned to me for some reason?
You can.
And I do that.
Nothing happens.
I have a question. I'm wondering how good their security is since we're inside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna turn into, I don't know.
Me.
Yeah, it's a good. I'll turn into Ulseth.
Yeah.
Make myself identical to Ulseth
Okay.
and touch.
Nothing happens.
Dang. I'm like literally you right now. And wow, that's good security.
I touch the door to see if it's working.
It unlocks.
Okay. Well, I lock it again.
Before it escapes.
You who
I
are
touch it
clerk
again
behind the
because that's what all the
counter,
cool kids are doing.
Yes.
we are no longer in need of this.
What is it that you just handed him?
What was left of the dead chicken?
Would you please dispose of this for us?
And I think we leave. We leave.
We didn't sell a perverse mortgage.
We don't own any property here.
No. Okay. So, where shall we go next? Shall we visit Muriel?
Yeah, because your performance was for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
So
And we'll go
we
see
need
Otto
to
after the
visit
performance.
Muriel and Todriana.
Mm-hmm.
We should have brought her the chicken so she could make chicken curry. Let's go back in and grab it.
Go buy another chicken.
Yes,
About
let's
to
get a
say,
fresh
you guys
one.
are going to go back in and get the dead chicken, aren't you?
No, we're gonna get another chicken.
I get a fresh
We
chicken.
just assume there's chicken stands every corner of the city.
We moved
You
from
keep, you keep going back to the same vendor.
I get a plucked one. How much is the
forgot.
plucked one?
The plucked one?
Yeah.
That one is 2 silver.
Okay, I buy a plucked one instead. I have gotten the chicken that is better prepared for Muriel.
Are you gonna throw it to Lake like you did the others?
No, we're giving it to a frog.
Oh, that always go well for us.
So
right.
Let's
we go
take chicken into sewer.
Yeah, let's go take
Yeah.
this stinking chicken down into the sewer like normal
Good.
people.
we go to 028467.
You make your way there. You make your
don't
way
want
down.
to go to the murder section of the sewer?
No,
Murder section?
I'm good there for a while, unless the runes came back, and then I need to go there.
So,
What?
We're not going there. Not going to murder cult room.
do I?
You are in Muriel's.
Muriel! I call down the ladder. We don't want to be rude.
No.
You see
You
from
guys don't want to be rude. I just go right up to her door.
you see her head poke out from one of the windows. It's you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. We came.
What's that chicken?
I wasn't expecting company.
Yeah, sorry for dropping in.
We didn't drop in. We climbed down the ladder.
Okay.
So you didn't drop in, you climbed in.
Sorry for climbing in, but we did bring you a chicken.
I was thinking about making some nice stew today.
We are probably going to be leaving town.
Oh, that is unfortunate for me.
And we wanted to say goodbye to everyone. Wait. We've seen Agmar and Nodal just like walk through trees. You're an Agmar and Nodal.
Yes.
Could you just like take us to Ironvale through like the trees?
I don't think I'm allowed to do that.
Oh.
It's called smuggling.
Yeah, we
all
learned
the cool
all about
guys
it.
are doing it.
Also, all the reptiles and amphibian-based species are doing it.
I'm not sure that Iron Vale has an Agmarnodal tree.
Is there one close to it?
The closest one that I know pulling the map up.
She has a map.
Because I'm just thinking, like, this
No,
might be
I
way
have a
quicker.
map.
This might be, like, way quicker, even if we have to deal with a stupid group of stupid people, like the Agmar
Yeah,
Nodal.
It's mine.
But I want to commit crime.
Well, I mean, this is still technically a crime. It's just a crime with nature instead of against nature. Which is my favorite kind of crime. We've committed a lot of chicken-based crime already today.
Why?
I don't think we have.
We have fed Storm Grimmy. That was not a crime. That was an act of kindness. I gave a chicken to the clerk who was behind the counter.
That's true.
That was not a crime. That was simply a gift. And we have given a chicken to Muriel, who seems to have appreciated it.
And then we ask her to commit crime.
The closest tree that I know is in the city of Hops.
Hops.
Yes.
Where? In the Cormer Republic?
Yes.
Could you take us there? Through your magic tree?
I'm not sure. I've never tried to take someone who isn't part of the Agmar Nodal through our tree.
So we could commit crimes against multiple nations and groups.
Well, is there a
Nothing
code?
bad ever happens to those people.
Is there some sort of code or law or prohibition against doing such a thing, or have you
And are
simply
you-
never done it?
And even if there is, are you above doing it anyway?
Not necessarily. I believe that actions should be done if they are right, regardless of rules.
Because, well, I'll level with you. My village and my tribe has been taken from me, and I have reason to believe they're in Iron Vale. Just don't let any Agmar Nodal know about that.
That's a much better reason. I was just gonna use peer pressure.
We're definitely not her peers.
But I have plenty of pressure.
I think that may be a worthy cause. I don't know if I can do it, but I will investigate.
And you'll let us know by this evening.
I can certainly try.
So we have two options.
We do.
But only one involves pirates.
We could do tree pirates.
Is there pirates in your world?
Yes.
Can we meet the pirates?
I don't know how to reach them.
Do you personally know a pirate?
Not personally.
Oh.
Did Dell stop by?
Yes, Dole did stop by.
Does
It
he know
was
a pirate?
I don't know.
You
If
could
he
contact
knows
him on your
about
little
Yeah,
disconnect.
sorry, can I borrow the disc for a second?
Sure, here you go.
Hey, Dole?
You hear this kind of static sound for a moment.
Ask him if he can teleport us to Iron Vale with ultra arcane
Yes.
magic.
Do you
What
know
do
any
you need?
pirates?
What?
Do you know any pirates?
Do I know any pirates?
Yes.
No.
Do you know how to smuggle us into Iron Vale?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Iron Vale place.
No, I don't know anything about smuggling.
Can you just ask
Can you
him,
just bring us there legally? I guess that's
like,
not as
with
cool,
your
but-
magic teleport thing that you did?
You want me to teleport the three of you directly into Iron Vale?
Tell him yes.
Yes.
Illegally.
Or legally.
I don't believe that I'm going to be able to perform that duty.
Okay. Well, nice talking to you. Goodbye.
I take my fist back. Hey, we know a bunch of powerful people.
We do. Sometimes they ask for us by name.
Yeah. Did you say I love you?
No, I just hung up on him.
That seems appropriate.
That's how he likes his conversations to end, I assume.
So, nines. I have been thinking. When we were at the Company of Blades, you said that if you were caught, that Zoloth would be the first name you would drop.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps we can use that for our name. First dropped.
First dropped?
Yes. Our name would be first dropped.
I think we should keep workshopping it.
Okay. It was just a thought.
This was your first drop.
Alright. Do you wanna... Well, when we come back, maybe we can have some of that chicken stew with you.
And commit crimes.
I believe I can have that chicken stew ready later.
And if you need any money to sort of like wet your beak on this exchange, just let us know.
I don't have a beak.
You could if you got enough money. I assume.
For someone who has a vague concept of money, you're like, now I can start bribing everybody.
Yeah.
Get what I want.
Yeah, I saw what you did with that Royal Guard. It worked great.
Yes, the Royal Guard bribed us to take that Ludorf.
Not sure what I would use a beak for, but if it means helping you, I'll do what I can.
Well, also you could turn into a bird and stuff, right? You're pretty high level druid in like game mechanical terms.
I can turn into many different animals.
I can turn into a few.
Which one?
I can turn into a cat.
Do you want me to read my whole list?
No, just give me your favorite.
I turn into a fox a lot.
Can I see
What
your
does that
fox?
say?
I turn into a fox.
All right. She also turns into a fox.
This is
And-
getting out of hand.
And
There's
her
two of them now.
fox has
Oh.
a couple of flourishes about it. It has, instead of the typical red and white coat, it has a neon green coat in place of the red.
I assume I turn into like a swamp fox, which is probably more like a brown.
Yeah. She sends out a couple of yips and then just starts playfully chasing you around.
I let out an unearthly scream that echoes throughout the whole sewer.
She does the same. This is Fox calling. If you've never actually heard what foxes sound like, it sounds like
The gates
the
of
most
hell open.
baleful, unholy, demonic wailing. It's truly terrifying.
Alright, we have like an hour of this, so just buckle in for a while.
Well, Nines,
You guys are just
I am
running
bored watching the
sewers.
foxes chase each other and wailing an unholy wail.
Yes, it is quite unholy. I don't like it.
Are you
This
done
is the
yet?
third worst thing I've seen in the sewer.
The spell can end whenever you
Third
feel
worst.
like it.
After an hour, it ends.
All right. Even though you spent the energy as a fox, even you feel a little bit tired after that much exertion.
Well, I hope that you and Muriel had a very good time chasing each
It
other.
was great. You should have turned into a fox too.
I will do that next time I am able. Shall we go see Todriana and then make our evening
We'll do
visit to...
the Blackwell Bar.
Yes.
And then we'll see Otto and come back to meet Maria.
Mm-hmm.
And whichever, option works. We have we got two fires, two irons in the fire.
Yes, whatever that means, we have them.
Yep.
All right, so where are you going next?
Todriano's.
Todriana. Okay. You head over to the museum. It's, now a little past midday. Just keeping track of the time for you guys. And per her usual, she's running all over the shop, trying her best to reorganize things in what appears to be a constantly shifting mess of fervent collectibles, basically.
Excuse me. I got worn out watching you run around as a fox.
I know, I heard everything you said.
Adriana,
Yeah?
have we created deaf plants yet?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been checking in on those things.
Have you heard any horrifying scratching or gnashing of plant teeth?
No. Should I?
I don't know. I kind of just want to know what will happen.
Well,
Let's find out.
no time like the present. Come on. She dashes over to the sort of vault you guys were storing that in, and opens it up.
Don't you need to put on protective gear?
Oh, I'm already wearing it.
Oh, okay. That wasn't
What, do we put on
described to me,
protective
so I
gear?
didn't notice.
She is. You could just assume she's always wearing at least the most basic level of protection.
Gotcha.
She's around this stuff all day. It's her job.
Wow, she lives in fear around it. Wow.
So you're stupid. She brings out the collection of plants, and
I would like to study them and
Okay.
see if there's any abnormalities or changes to them.
about how long have they been in there now? I think you had them in there for about a week.
It should be about a week at this point.
You don't see anything. I mean, you're just using your best knowledge of nature and plants, flowers, because I think you grew flowers,
Yeah.
remember?
I use my staff to grow a variety of different flowers, like a thistle and like more
None of
delicate
them-
flowers.
At least at initial examination, seem to have any significant changes. They've clearly grown a little bit. But other than that, nothing.
Okay.
So do you want to just leave them here?
If would you like to continue the experiment, Toddy, while we're gone? We're leaving soon.
Oh, where are you guys going?
Iron Vale.
So do crime.
What you going to Ironvale for?
Personal business.
Okay,
Crime.
it's kind of a boring town.
Is it?
I mean,
Have you
I
been
think
there?
so. Whew. Yeah, I was there a long time ago.
Did you enter illegally?
No.
No.
Why? Why would you have to enter illegally?
I guess they're closing the border.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Well, you notice that she starts kind of packing what looks, we might call like a go bag. Well, usually and she's just throwing things together as she's doing this. So she's kind of scurrying a little blur, or tossing all this stuff together. Usually when countries close the border, that's a prelude to war. Not a great thing. And one of the first things that they do whenever someone goes to war is try to get all the fervent tech they can. So I don't want to be part of any of that.
Oh. Do you need some, like, money in your to-go bag or anything?
Nope, got lots of that.
Oh, okay.
What? How much is lots of that?
Enough? Don't worry, I'm not leaving yet. War hasn't officially started.
Oh, okay. Is there like a starting bell or something?
And do they send out, like, letters?
Well, if war ever starts, the, Royal Guard is supposed to come through and tell all the citizens. We'll see if that happens.
Well, that is really disturbing for you. I hope it does not come to that, and that you are safe if there is such a thing as a war.
Yeah, me too. Oh boy, thanks for letting me know, because otherwise I would have been just totally absorbed in my work.
Yeah, for sure.
I love telling people about war.
You see her pulling off some of the larger pieces that are on display that are quite clearly weapons. and she's just lowering them into this bag.
Wait,
Hey, that's quite clearly a weapon. What kind of weapon is it?
One of the kinds of weapons that kills things.
are there any cool weapons that you're willing to sell?
Willing to set? No. These things have done enough damage in the world. I don't want to participate in any more of that.
Oh, wait, you participated in it?
Well, not directly, but when I was a little younger, you know, and more eager to just get my hands on anything I could, I worked for some more unsavory individuals.
Like Soloft. He keeps telling us to do crimes.
Or
so.
Ludorf?
People more like Ludorf. And they would use these weapons that I restored for them to, well, hurt people.
Did, like, Soloth?
Well, yes, although Soloth at least seems to not be using it maliciously.
Except for Maggie.
Anyway.
Are you Maggie now? That's right, you're Maggie whenever you're in town.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, she's still Ulsef.
Yeah.
You didn't specifically say that you transformed back, but I assumed that you did.
Yeah.
You can make my assumption wrong.
Oh, I'll stick with Maggie.
All right.
All right.
Do you know more about Soloft's friends? We were having a discussion about that.
Sully's friends. What do you want to know about them?
Oh,
It's a mystery.
yeah.
We solve mysteries.
Well, what's mysterious about it?
He won't tell
don't
us
know what it
anything
is.
about it.
They're friends. Everyone has friends.
Yeah, but I think he has weirder friends.
Yeah, not normal friends like us.
Yes, we have great normal friends.
What do you think
We
his
threw
friends are like?
3
What?
chickens into a lake today.
And yelled at the person who was yelling at us about throwing chickens in lake.
What? You know, I'm not gonna ask.
Sturm Grimmy.
Storm Grimmy!
Sturmgrimmy was very happy to receive the chickens.
Monster
sure
of the
of it.
lake. Anyway, not something you have to worry about unless you go in the lake ever. So,
I'm just gonna move
Like
on.
Turkey.
Well, shall we go to
where'd you get that bag?
Loba?
This bag?
Yeah, the one, the clearly magical one that you're stuffing everything into.
I found it.
Illegally.
Come on, we'll commit crimes
Well, when
here.
you find things, you can keep them. I didn't find it illegally. Just found it.
Where can we find more of it?
At the shop.
Well, not where I got this one. Probably.
Where did you get it?
It was part of some trash that one of my former employers was throwing away.
Super sketchy. Alright.
Well, it has been
you.
very good to know you.
It was
But-
nice, yeah.
It is time for us to move along.
So
Nines here, who is a most talented musician, I have heard.
We
has-
traveled together!
yes, a most talented musician, I have heard.
he's heard you play.
See,
You've got inspired to commit crimes.
has a performance at the Blackwell Bar. Perhaps you may be interested in stopping in to hear it.
Something we definitely also mentioned to Otto and Muriel and the bank teller
And Sturmgrimmy.
and Sturm
The
Grimmy.
bank teller loved me soliciting my concert.
You guys are just putting like little Nines flyers on everything.
Yeah.
Well, plug that social media.
Yeah.
You even
Smash that like
literally dropped a line to Sturm Grimmy.
Yeah, that was on the back of one of our notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In case it just floated up on the beach.
No, it was eaten by Sturm Grimmy, who read it and thought,
Who read it with his stomach. Just
You don't know how Storm Grimmy works. Anyway.
I like selling a DM. They don't know how something works.
Exactly.
That's right. So, we are off to the Blackwell Bar then, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we should probably say goodbye to Anna. You know, that person who asked us by name?
The one that you like.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, let us say goodbye to her then too. And her hams.
Do you want to invite her to the Blackwell Bar? To see how good at Zither you are now?
I don't know if I'll play Ziffer in front of crowd. Might play Ocarina. I'm pretty good now. I know 3 notes. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Yes.
I assume that's correct.
For music. Let us go see Anna then.
All right.
We go see Anna then.
You make your way to Anna Huckbloom's
Do you want
house.
to bring her a ham or anything?
Do we have any more of those plucked chickens?
No.
We stopped by the plucked chicken stand.
Do you want another chicken?
This is a very conveniently central location for your chicken stand.
I'm
There's one on
very
every-
generous
on every
with my
block.
dead birds.
Are you
One
buying
plucked
a...
chicken, please.
2 silver.
We've been getting the punch card. How many more? We're up to 5?
That's your 5th chicken.
Is it 10 to get...
Yeah, but plucked counts as double.
Oh, so wait.
This is number 6.
So we're at 6. Why don't you just buy 2 more plucked chickens? We can't afford not to.
We're up
I'm
to
coming
8.
back to this town.
We're up to 8 if the plucked chickens count double. Because this was the 6th one and 2 of them were plucked. So if we buy 1 more plucked chicken, the card's filled.
Sure, go ahead.
What do we get at the card? A sense of satisfaction.
You get
We get a free T-shirt.
a free dozen eggs.
Yeah.
Dromar would have loved this.
Yeah, he would have. All right. Get 1 more plucked chicken.
You can send him the eggs in prison.
Okay, we'll do that.
We'll have to check them for tools.
Am I paying for the last few chickens?
Yeah.
Just 2.
It's just another 2 silver if you buy a plucked one, apparently.
And you get to
According
keep
to the
eggs
rules
if you
I just
want.
made up.
You can have the eggs. I could take them. I already have 1 egg, so
We can throw them at Ludorf's place.
that's not a bad idea.
Okay. So let's go to Anna's with the 2 plucked chickens and a dozen eggs.
You show up at Anna's door, 9's holding 2 plucked chickens and a dozen eggs under
I hit the door with the chicken.
It's like the end of Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh.
Hello, Anna, I've brought you chicken.
Oh.
We're here too.
Thank you.
We go great with ham.
Of course, thank you.
Do you need any eggs?
Hey, maybe?
We have dozen eggs.
Not a baker's dozen.
No.
A baker's dozen plus 1.
Do I need more? Hey, why don't you just come in? Come in, please.
Yes, I will come in. I don't know what those 2 are doing.
I already walked.
I walk in at a respectful distance behind everyone else. And close the door gently behind me.
Hey, your brother did crimes, right? We've been recently interested in crimes.
Why have you been interested in crimes? She's looking sort of concerned at 9's.
We're just gonna be smuggled across the continent. It's gonna be cool.
Why are you smuggling yourselves across the continent?
To save my family.
Oh, your family's in danger?
Yes.
I'm very sorry.
Thank you.
Yes. It is a noble cause. It is among the most noble causes.
We're
So
gonna meet the pirate.
ethically, it's not even illegal.
Ethically, it's not illegal.
I'm gonna remember that one.
It's not really a crime if I don't think it's a crime.
I have determined this is ethically fine. Therefore, it is not a crime. Capitalism solved.
I only follow the laws of nature, and I also follow, well, the laws of the Feywild, which mostly ignores the laws of nature.
We've been in direct conflict with the laws of nature recently, so...
Yeah, that's fine.
Good.
Anyway, we are going away soon and have come to say goodbye. Nines especially wanted to say goodbye to you.
Because I think he likes you.
She blushes a bit at this.
Yes, you are great. That's why I bring chicken. And a handful of eggs.
It's a traditional tabaxi goodbye.
Goodbye.
What? No, it's not. It's just for her.
Thank you. Should I cook something with the chicken? I'm not sure what...
I mean, it's your chicken. You can do whatever you want with it. I think you should eat it, though. That makes terrible weapon.
I mean, now, would you like some dinner?
You want dinner?
That's,
Yes, well, I want dinner.
although, we have to make sure we get to the Blackwell Bar. Nines has a concert,
You have a concert?
or a performance, or a recital. What is it?
What sort of concert do you have?
I just go up there and play notes and people clap. It's great.
What are you playing?
I already played guitar, and that was okay. But I've been working on ocarina. Salesman said I was best ocarina player.
You should get a little stand so the ocarina's like this, so you can play the lute and just blow into the ocarina without your fingers on it.
Oh no.
You just
No.
what you need to do is have a little piece that sits around your
Yeah.
shoulders, holds it right here, and then you can just move forward whenever you want to use the ocarina and be playing the guitar.
You kinda need fingers to play an ocarina.
I mean,
Which
well,
makes it very difficult for Nines. He has his little jelly beans.
Well, you did not just say that, did you? Well,
Okay.
That's-
so are we
that's in
staying
my
to
head
have
now.
chicken and eggs? We are going to have much
Anna's
chicken
been-
today.
prepping the chicken and the eggs. She has some cheeses and some mushrooms.
you should make some sage chicken sausage with omelet.
So you want her to
Grind up
the chicken, put it into a natural casing, mixed with sage, and then cook that.
Yeah.
And then sprinkle over oregano.
No, no. The chicken is already dead.
I'm gonna... Alright. You know, she actually has all the equipment to do that, because that's what...
I mean,
The dice
this
said
is
just now.
basically like Bavaria. I assume every household has a meat grinder or sausage making thing.
You don't know if every house does, but at least hers does. And
We would actually know that. We rummaged all through her house before.
you did rummage all through her house, so you may have remembered that she actually has the equipment to do this. And she makes some...
Do you want help?
Yes, you two should have conversation
No
together.
one ever offers to help me with the cooking. Sorry.
Yeah, let me help. We'll have a private conversation about what your intentions with my boy are.
Whoa.
It'll be very tense and awkward.
She heads back. She has kind of like a separate butchery room.
Every house should
covered
have
in
a
blood.
butchery room.
It's just a kind of a cordoned off area in the cellar that you guys had been in.
But
She prepares the ham.
I will help her make dinner.
That you spend some time with her, helping her make dinner. And although it takes a couple hours to get all of that together, you're making sage sausage with
It's really more just.
ground up chicken.
I mean, we
natural
don't have to
casing.
put. We can make it into patties. We don't need the natural casing.
Well, you've already gone far enough to grind it up.
Yeah.
So you prepare the sausage, the chicken sausage with sage, and you get everything you need together for the meal.
And hash browns.
And hash browns. Sure, you have hash browns too. You take the time to prepare the hash browns, and you have essentially breakfast for dinner.
I mean, the sun is about to come up soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Which
she
means
asks
another
you
chicken meal
if
at Muriel's.
any of you would like honey with your dinner. She normally doesn't have honey with dinner, but since all of this is breakfast food, she
I
decides.
didn't realize she was doing that today.
No, this is all very much a pleasant surprise for Anna.
Okay, well, we enjoy our meal
Good.
and check the time and note that it's probably about time that Nines needs to get to the Blackwell Bar for his performance.
Okay.
After we eat.
After we eat. Yeah.
Of course, we can't.
Anna
Perform on
says
empty
that if you tell them to let me in, I would love to come watch you play.
Just tag along with us. I know the people there.
Let's just
Okay.
come with us.
Sure. Give me just a few minutes. I would like to put something nicer than my house clothes on. And she runs upstairs and takes 10 minutes or so and comes back down wearing a more elegant evening gown.
Nice. 9 does that.
His little jelly bean thumb.
That's a little jelly bean fun.
Okay.
That's a cursed phrase, and it's in my head now. You put it there, and it ain't leaving. So, you guys head to the Blackwell Bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The usual. I mean, you've met a few different bouncers at the door at this point, but you recognize these two, and they wave the four of you through. Not really bothering to, check any of you. You're pretty used to this at this point. You sit down at what sort of become your usual booth. And Nines, you head to the back to prepare for your performance. Anything in particular you'd like to try playing tonight?
I'm gonna bust out my ocarina.
I will.
This is the exact ocarina I've always had since the beginning of this. We started recording.
And I'll have
Yes,
given you guidance
absolutely.
before you go up on stage.
Okay.
And
Then-
do they let me on stage?
The previous act finishes their set. They announce a few-minute break, and then they welcome Nines to the stage. And the stage is now yours.
I am Nines, world's greatest lute player. I have ocarina, so you have to enjoy that now. I'm just tuning it, even though there's no way to tune it.
It's a comedy act.
So you're tuning yourself.
Yes.
All right. Well, why don't you go ahead and make a performance check? Let's see how well you do this evening.
With guidance. That is actually a 26.
Wow.
Wow. Patton to Owen Wilson. Wow.
The last part was.
The last, yeah.
That last bit is a flourish. That just is a beautiful sound.
Just like people are in tears.
It's
Of joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Emotion. They were overwhelmed with the beauty of the sounds you had made.
despite the.
That was me, Nines! I am leaving with my jelly bean fingers.
Pretty good for cat, yes.
Despite the quality of the actual ocarina performance, you perform pretty well, and the crowd is quite pleased. You get a couple of complimentary drinks sent your way from fans, apparently.
Did they shower him with coins?
And I'm assuming you spent a little while at the bar. The four of you sitting together, enjoying some drinks and the more relaxed atmosphere of the Blackwell. At the sort of close of your time here, the stage manager comes over to your table and says, "The owner wanted me to give you this extra tip, so here you go." And there's 50 gold tip there.
I take my agency fee, so here's 3 gold.
Wait a second.
Just kidding.
I'm the talent. We split it 3 ways. I get 30, you get 15, Olsef gets 5.
That seems fair.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. You did not need to do that.
I liked the split it 3 ways, and then that was excellent.
It was.
Oh no, do you want drink? I'll cover you.
Sure. She's quite
Give lady
flushed.
drink.
She orders
Hi, Crate.
what? What'd you say?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
She orders a simple gin martini and sits back and enjoys listening to the next entertainer, who's they're a stand-up
Elton John.
comic.
Are they what kind of comic though? Like prop comedy?
They're
the salt-worthy.
they're sort of the just deadpan delivery style comic.
Oh, okay. Is it dull?
It is not dull.
Oh, okay.
No.
Is it real? Does it look like he's related to Doll?
No, it doesn't.
So do they say something like, "You, who are the audience, you will now laugh because I am telling jokes at you"?
No, but
Can we get Olsef on
I didn't
stage
realize
to do a
until
stand-up?
just now that I desperately need to write a stand-up comedy album with Ulseth. That sounds perfect. I love that so very much. So your time at the Blackwell was pretty successful. It's now getting fairly late at night. The sun is, cresting over the horizon.
Well, we must visit both Otto and Muriel yet.
Yeah. Do they want to stop at Muriel's, have some late night, morning chicken stew, and then
Otto.
and then see Otto?
Yes, let us go back to Muriel. Is that all right with you, Nines?
Or do you need
So we
to?
have to drop Anna off, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crime is rampant during the sun.
We will walk
Time.
Anna back.
Yeah.
And you could say your romantic goodbyes.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Execute!
You walk Anna back to her house, and you can say whatever you want.
On my way back, I just am like, so they're not literally jelly beans. I checked.
Do I remember when she checked?
You don't know if she checked. I didn't know that she checked. So I guess, I mean, you can, sure, whatever. It's your character. If you want her to have checked, talk to her.
I don't know what she does when I'm sleeping.
I can turn into a very small insect.
Also, you can just turn into me.
Also, I could just turn into you.
I think you have turned into him.
Multiple times.
Just
So have you
These
said
aren't jelly
goodbye?
beans at all.
Have you said
I must
goodbye
say
to
goodbye
Anna?
now, Anna. I must go commit crimes.
Do you want us to be like standing around in the background while you do it?
No, I'm standing,
Just awkwardly,
looking away.
just-
I am looking away at a respectful distance.
I just imagine Olsef just standing right there. just,
Deadpan.
just.
All set. Let's look at
No.
this beautiful view.
Oh, what?
Up the side of a house.
Okay, we are examining the side of the house at a respectful distance from
But within earshot.
around the corner.
Yeah.
Well,
Hurry up.
What are you doing at Why are you looking at the wall?
You wouldn't get it. Say goodbye to Anna.
I'm sorry, Anna. My friends are so weird. They're like walls, and I don't know why.
it's okay. Everyone has weird friends.
Yes, we're trying to find out about Solof's
Is it
weird
picture
friends. You don't know who Solof is.
No, I
Oh,
don't.
you do know who Solof is. No, you met him. Once.
Was he someone that you work with?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, he killed someone who was trying to kill us once. It was great.
Oh, well, I'm very glad for that.
Anyway, I had a great evening. You were great.
I had a nice evening with you too.
he needs to hire someone to write his lines for him.
Yes, a bard is famous for not knowing his words.
He needs us here right now.
All we're
Anyway,
doing
I
is just
must go.
writing the movie Hitch.
Oh God,
You think it's done yet?
I've
No.
never actually seen that movie.
How long do you think this will go on? We must see.
It'll go longer if we keep talking.
We need to go see.
We can
Ludorf.
only do one scene at a time.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I must go commit crimes now. Unless you want to come with us and commit crimes.
I don't think I want to go commit crimes, but please be safe for me.
I will be safe, and we shall play Ziffer together.
I would like that.
High five.
She reaches up and gives you a high five, and she looks just sort of puzzled for a second,
That was very smooth.
and then she just reaches out, gives you a peck on the cheek, and she goes, "They're not really like jelly beans, but I hope to see you again," and heads back inside.
Trying to get the hair out of her mouth.
Oh, she kept it in there.
You guys are having a weird.
Nines, have you finished saying goodbye to Anna?
Yeah, she kissed me. Now let's go.
Yeah, we heard it all. Also, I was looking around the corner.
Great. Let's
Great.
go.
You're using your mind eye.
We go. We go to Muriel's. Make it so.
That isn't also wants to hurry along the stupid.
All right.
10 out of 10 date. We did it.
You head to Muriel's, and when you go down the ladder, there is a wonderful aroma of stew awaiting you, and now you're wishing that you hadn't quite eaten so much at Anna's.
I refuse to believe that.
Well, then
I'll
maybe
roll
you're
for
not.
it, though.
I can turn into an ox that has more stomachs.
It also probably wouldn't eat the chicken stew.
I mean, I would.
Okay, I got a 7 on my percentile die, so I guess I do regret that.
Yes. But with regret, you will eat whatever Muriel serves you so that
Yes,
you
I will
can-
just still eat.
Yes.
While we're eating, I'll say, Muriel, can you show me the coolest, rarest animal that you can take the shape of so I could someday?
I swear to God, she turns into 9s.
The coolest, rarest animal.
The most powerful animal that you can turn into. That I
I
might.
don't think there's quite enough space here in the sewer.
What animal?
The animal that I would turn into is... We're gonna take a break.
No!
That's the worst monster!
Yes.
Time!
Time. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we'll come back, and you'll get to hear if Miriam can help you out or not.
Miriam.
Muriel, excuse me, not Miriam. Muriel will help you out or not. And also, what animal she would turn into. So, be right back. See you soon. Bye. Welcome back, everyone. We're back from break, and we have a Tabaxi God with us. So,
All hail Tabaxi God.
all hail the Tabaxi God. Welcome, Tabaxi God. It's wonderful to have you here, drawing the attention of players and viewers alike. We left off. You were asking Muriel what she'd want to be.
What's her
favorite thing?
or her strongest animal form that I wouldn't have seen?
Turn to something you can't imagine.
The other Tabaxi God is also in there.
The evil.
The evil Tabaxi God. She says to you, well, in this limited space, the most powerful thing I can turn into is this. And she turns into a very large tiger.
Like a dire
Wow, that's
tiger.
a very large tiger.
Yeah, basically a dire tiger. Dire tiger.
Tiger.
And
Say that fast 4 times.
So since I've seen it, that means
dire tiger.
I could theoretically turn into one later.
You can theoretically turn into one later.
Clap for the tiger before it eats us.
Well, that's pretty harmless. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think, and the tiger needs a hat.
What?
I reach into my bag of hats.
That you
Pull out.
definitely have.
I have a costume kit.
That's true.
He does.
And I take out a pirate hat and I put it on top of the tiger.
No, that is a cat ready to commit crime.
And the tiger slowly starts kind of twitching a little bit and slowly shifting back into a significantly smaller, but much less threatening Muriel.
That was really good. And I never seen
Yeah.
one of those.
It's handy in a tight spot.
Where
Actually, I think it would be terrible in tight spot. You wouldn't be able to move. Sorry, that was Olsef's joke.
Perhaps take things less literally.
No.
where did you see
Okay.
where did you see such a big creature?
I once saw a tiger of this size. My travels in Cormazan.
Oh, okay, cool. That's where you're from, right, Nines?
What? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. So, any news on illegal tree trips?
Yes, let's make like tree and leave.
Unfortunately, only the Agmar Nodal can pass through our trees.
Oh, really? Is that like a rule, or is like a magical thing?
No, only those who belong to the circle of Agmar Nodal can pass through. Not
can't change
should
that circle.
pass through, but can pass through.
So, do we need like a badge or something?
You would need to be a druid,
Oh, no,
and
thank
you would need to join the Agmar Nodal.
No, thank you.
I was just thinking that if we go on a ship and the ship is made of wood, that would be almost like going through a tree.
You're right. But it'd probably be several trees if it's a really big ship.
Yes.
So
Or
it's
one
better.
very big tree.
So it's better than what the Agmar Nodal can do.
No, well, then we would not have to squeeze into a tiny tree.
I
Olsef,
wish that I
Did you
had
wash your
visited.
hands before you ate that? After you handled all that chicken?
Yes.
Oregano.
Probably a good idea.
I'm enjoying the chicken stew.
Yeah,
This is
really
extremely good chicken stew.
Thank you. Unfortunately, I've never been to Ironvale, so I cannot take you there myself.
And you couldn't even if you had been there.
Well, I do have abilities to move between plants that I know of.
Just not the Agmar no doubt trees.
Just not those trees. They are separate abilities.
How close could you get us to Ironvale? If you were willing.
Unfortunately, the closest I have ever been to Ironvale is all the way south. Far, far south in Ship's Fall. I've only ever been in the Cormor Republic once, and it was brief in their capital when I was a new trainee.
So it sounds like Otto might be our primary.
Well, we will see what he has to offer. Well then, again, I thank you for the excellent chicken stew and your company,
Yeah.
and for the bullywog throat singing that you had performed for us.
Yeah.
Of
that was
course.
great. Nines, do you
Also,
need to...
meat and oregano.
Yeah.
I did like oregano.
Do you need to give Muriel private goodbye, Nines? Or...
Why do you say that about everyone we meet now?
Because now it's a running joke.
Well,
There's no running involved. We just stand there. And we high five.
and we never take anything literally.
Not once.
Well, I wish I could be of more help to you, but if you ever need to find me, you can always ask another Agmar Nodal. They should be able to find me fairly quickly.
Alright, well, you're the only one I've met that I like, so we'll see how it goes.
Maybe we'll find more.
Maybe.
So
Sorry,
it is getting time for us
To meet Otto.
to yet meet one more person to say goodbye before we leave. So it has been a pleasure, and thank you again for your hospitality.
You're welcome.
Yes, let us go now. Commit back alley crime stuff.
Yep. Don't report us to the guards.
No, I understand what you're doing. I wouldn't report you to the guards.
And don't let the Agmar no doubt know about me.
We'll keep that our secret.
Thank you.
You know, Nines, you keep talking about committing crimes, but yet we have not committed any crimes at all.
We haven't?
I mean,
I feel like we've done at least one crime.
No, I do not believe so.
we broke into Gormont's house. That's breaking.
No, I mean this evening as you
Oh,
are
this
talking
evening.
about committing crimes.
Yeah, should I do a crime quick? On our
No,
way to Otto?
let us just go to Otto's.
I could
Yes,
steal.
let's discuss committing a crime while we go to Otto's.
Yes, let us talk about what serious criminal you are, Nines. Nines is an excellent criminal.
Why
He has
don't-
committed many crimes.
Why don't you buy a pretzel and say that they gave you the wrong change, even though they gave you the right change?
No, I do not feel like having a pretzel. I am very sad about all the leavings and the partings.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah, it is a sad thing. But you have a quest and we must follow it. So hopefully Otto will be of assistance.
I would hope so.
Yeah, are we at Otto's yet?
You can get at us if you want.
You're such a fast traveler. You're just like, are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
How much
You
crime
who
did we
are-
commit on
are
the
we
way
there?
there?
Well, that's up to you guys.
Where's...
I don't control how much crime you commit.
I did one crime.
What crime would you like to do?
He knocked over an apple and didn't
Was
pick
there
it
a
up.
pie cooling on the windowsill?
Sure.
Apple pie?
I take that pie.
Sleight of hand. Guidance.
Go ahead. Make a sleight of hand check.
That is going to be a 24.
You swipe the pie.
Sleight of jelly bean.
Why am I wasting all my good rolls on this stuff? Next combat, I'm not going to
Wow. Nines, where'd you get that pie from?
Found it! It fell off of a truck!
Oh. You did a crime.
I did do a crime. I'm so proud. Big boy crime.
Podriana told us that if you find something, you are somehow able to keep it.
Yeah, she did say that.
Big boy crime.
Are we there yet?
No. We have a few more crimes.
We had to go way off track to commit this crime, Olseth.
Yeah, we're in Whitfeld now.
I'm gonna need a minute. The big boy crime. Okay. That that caught me off guard. Did not expect big boy crime to happen. You eventually make your way to Otto's place.
We don't go in the front door, though, right?
Yeah, we go around back.
Go
That
around
is
the back.
correct.
Best way to commit crimes.
You go around back and
Scratch it. Nines. Scratch at the secret entrance.
Soria.
That is not
Yeah.
a secret.
you notice that there's some symbols scratched along the very bottom left corner of the door frame.
Can I read them?
They don't mean anything to you.
What do they look like? Do they hurt me when I read them?
No, they don't.
Just checking.
They're boxes, squares, circles, half circles, crescent moon sort of shapes. It doesn't mean much to you, but you can tell that this is likely some form of communication.
There's pirate words down here, I assume. Can any of you read this? I
No.
pointed out.
No, none of you
I did
can
not
read
buy
this.
the lectern. I could have read them because it would have been too bulky to carry.
We would have had to break the door off, too.
Yeah, you would have to take the door frame off.
Well, you could have copied them down in a bunch.
But I might have written them wrong. The only way to be sure would to be tearing off the corner of the door.
Well, then it is a fine thing that I did not buy the lectern. That would have been too heavy and bulky to carry anyway because it would have been no use.
Although I would have loved to have just seen you carrying around a lectern everywhere you went.
Yeah, that'd be like carrying around a giant, spiky soccer ball.
Which you have been.
Or
Well,
like
then.
some
With a
like
frying
12
pan.
foot long.
Do you think that we have
branches.
arrived at the correct location to meet Otto?
I mean, it's the back of his house.
I go with Otto's house.
Let's knock in a made-up code, since we're doing illegal activities.
I like that you all knock differently.
It's the secret to all of us.
The secret is love.
One of the people that you recruited into Otto's employment comes and answers the door and says, "Quick, get inside. Hurry."
Alright.
I quickly get inside.
And inside,
Do you two come in quickly?
the room is quite well lit,
Yes.
and all of the windows are covered completely to block any light from escaping. You see, there are several people seated around a wooden table with Otto, and the people seated with Otto are clearly, well, of the sea.
Can we tell because they smell like salt water?
They smell like several things. It's not pleasant.
It is quite a melange of unpleasant odors emitted by these folks.
It's overpowering this pie.
You better eat it quick.
Perhaps they would like some pie you could share.
Hello, I have brought crime pie.
Did that take some effort to keep in? Yeah.
Traditional crime pie.
One of the of the three people sitting with Otto, one of them raises an eyebrow suspiciously.
Don't worry, it's stolen.
And she's just like, it whispers something that you can just barely hear. I don't think you should trust the pie. And the sort of most formally dressed of them, he just looks at the pie and looks at this woman and like, nodding in agreement. The third person is also a
I'm
woman.
starting to get offended.
Nah, she says, "Oh, I don't think that they've poisoned it," and takes a big knife off of the side of her belt, cuts into it, takes a slice, and just grabs it with her hand.
What kind of pie was it?
Poison.
Blueberry, as it happens.
No, it's all over her hand. It's all stained now.
She's just like, oh.
Otto, some people here seem to be enjoying the pie. Do you happen to have any plates and forks?
They're pirates. They don't.
I don't need to put a fork. I'm good.
Yeah, they're pie reds.
Get out.
Pie rats.
I turn into a rat. No, I
Can't jump
don't.
into the
And
pie.
enough dumb puns.
Yeah.
Are you still Maggie?
Yeah, I'm Maggie. I'm always Maggie.
These are the three I was telling you about.
Ah, the smugglers.
Otto was talking to the smugglers.
Ah,
referring
where are
to
the
three
three?
of you?
Where? They're
There's
the other.
two threes.
The six.
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
Thank you.
Plus
Getting
Otto.
better.
You're getting better with the numbers.
Yeah.
6 plus 1.
And I figured out that door on the way in.
You did. They need passage into the Common Republic. Or might you be able to do something for them? The more cautious woman says, "We might. What are you going to do for us?"
Nine's brought you pie.
Yeah.
Pie is tasty, not payment.
Well,
What might you offer for payment?
What are you interested in? Money?
Power?
Power?
Pie?
Money, goods, items, whatever you have to offer, we will consider.
Well, that
Well,
is very vague. I
We
mean,
have money, for sure.
I have
We're
rope.
really rich, but not worth stealing from.
Yes.
I like to
I
talk
have
to
very
pirates
strong-
about how much money we have.
No, we're not worth stealing from.
No. We
But-
are not wealthy.
We're not the steel worthy.
We're pretty good at killing people, though. We have killed a lot of people, lots of blood on our hands, a lot of chicken blood, and
At this point, as you're sort of pontificating about your
skill set.
skill set and richness, but not so richness that you would be steal from
Worthy.
the-ness.
Not steelworthy. Is that our name?
Not steelworthy. The gentleman who you're sort of getting the ideas maybe the leader of this group, possibly the captain of the ship, interjects and says, "You don't get rich by killing the people you're trying to smuggle."
They have a code.
Oh.
You have a code. You
I
should
have a
be
code
good
as well.
friends.
No. just because there is a code does not mean there is compatibility of the codes.
No.
Besides, if we wanted to take all of your money, we would simply kill you now and not bother with the smuggling part. So,
But we may be able to fend you off non-lethally.
the point
That's
being,
not the thing you should tell a pirate, that you're not going to kill them.
Well,
how much
We
are you
would
willing to
absolutely
pay
kill you
to
if
get
you
your three
try to attack
persons
us.
into the Cormo Republic?
Well, seeing as I have a great grasp on money, should I lead these negotiations?
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
this is a great idea.
Let Nines do it. Nines is very good at not giving away money.
There's 3 of us.
He is.
3 of us in this giant club.
He does have a big bloody club.
An impressive club, to be sure.
Yes, it's very impressive.
But I don't think we should try to intimidate the people we're looking to hire.
No, he is
Sure,
just
how
trying
tough
to
we
impress
are.
him with his club.
Oh, you're just showing off.
And I am very impressed with the club, indeed.
We could offer you 30
Club.
gold.
Perhaps you've never been smuggled before.
It would be a first
She
time.
hasn't.
Yes, for most people, when we smuggle them, it is often their first time being smuggled. It is a bit more expensive than 30 gold to do the smuggling.
Oh,
Just
what's
a
your? Do you have a standard rate then?
Do you have a punch card?
It depends on the difficulty and the location.
We're looking to get to Iron Vale.
Iron Vale. Well,
But if you can get us within the borders, we could probably make our way on our own.
our smuggling activities do not take us into the borders of most countries. That's a bit out of our wheelhouse. But we can get you safe passage to the border, to the coastline.
That would probably work.
Yes, especially if you could take us to a place that is not a port of passage that is being guarded.
Yeah.
We would like to go to a quiet and secluded place in which no one else is present.
Well, then I suppose this is where I have some questions about your preferences. You see, when smuggling an individual, we have several options.
They
I
have a smuggling menu.
can either dump you along the shore, and you make your own way, with none of the authorities the wiser to your presence. Or we can fabricate new identities for you, and we can bring you to a standard port of call. Far less dangerous than, well, taking a barely seaworthy vessel and sailing into dangerous shorelines. But
You're saying that your ship is barely seaworthy?
no, the one that you would be taking from the ship to the shore.
Oh.
Do I have to pay for that ship too?
Oh no, that's part of the package.
Aha.
Yeah, pretty good travel agent.
That's value.
Yeah. Leaky, not seaworthy vessel.
Do we get
It
to
is
We're
Very
gonna
good.
get fleeced so hard by these people.
It's more expensive if we have to create identities for individuals, yet often safer and a bit more convincing. But more
get to pick
dangerous
the
if
name
you
of our
want to
identities?
take the, well, cheaper option. I suppose it depends on how well hidden you want to remain from authorities.
pretty well hidden?
Well, we cannot remain hidden for very long because we need to make our way without a map all the way to Iron Vale from wherever we are dropped off.
Yeah, but if we have, speaking from experience, having a fake identity can go a long way.
But we do not need to purchase one for you
I mean,
because you are fake.
Now, none
Yeah.
of you would happen to have the ability to, say, convincingly turn into someone different, would you?
No.
Yes.
It does make it quite a bit easier to craft an entirely new identity if you can look the part.
Well,
Is it cheaper if we do that?
furbolgs can disguise self.
I
Can
can be
be.
disguised, yes.
How long?
I can be disguised for once for short rest.
You basically is the disguise self spell.
Yes.
Let me see. So you can make yourself look like someone else for
It's an hour.
an hour every short rest.
That may be enough to get by.
I have a similar ability that wouldn't make me valuable as a hostage.
And how convincing are your abilities? I'm assuming, however, that the Tabaxi might have a more difficult time taking on non-feline personas. Unless you have some, perhaps magical ability?
Nine's abilities are magical in and of themselves. I have heard.
Alright,
I have heard him play, and it is.
since this is my quest, I'll take on the risk and I will turn into this guy and change my outfit to match his. Don't worry about the cat. He can talk his way through any situation.
That's true. That's how I stole this pie.
You know, they say that vanity is one of the worst sins, but I must say, it's very
I
nice.
certainly like it.
It's quite an appealing visage, don't you think?
I think so.
Indeed. How very convincing. And I'm assuming that you can sustain this form for some time.
As long as I want.
Convenient. And, well, troublesome for anyone who crosses you, I suppose. Now,
I believe that means that we can take the cheap ship.
it is up to you. I would suggest that perhaps forging new identities. Since if anyone's looking for you, they'll be looking for a group of your description. And if you can look as other people,
And I think we can give you a discount on this.
Well, if we are to do comparison shopping, it would be good to know what the comparison is.
my friends, there's not much comparison shopping in this world.
No, there are two prices. One price is small and one price is large. What are the two prices?
If you want to take the riskier option,
The leaky boat option.
that is perhaps an apt way of putting it. I always appreciate individuals that are to the point.
Me too.
That would cost you 800 gold
Total?
each. The more expensive option, but albeit safer for both body and perhaps longevity of your stay. And I recommend, if you are staying a while, creating a convincing background. A series of documents to show that you are someone that you are not. That will cost
We're gonna
you.
find someone who can make documents.
That will cost you 1,000 gold each.
And we get to keep the identity afterwards, right?
It's your identity.
But because you two have been so nice, I'm willing to bump the price down to 500 gold each.
Ooh, I look good, but I'm not that nice.
But we are.
You might be. I'm a bit more, selfish.
But there are three of us. What is the quantity discount?
Quantity discount.
Yes.
As though you're buying wholesale.
Is that the
Oh, yes.
option?
We definitely want the wholesale on the ship, yes.
That is not quite how this business works. I also
We are
need
going
to
to get a
be.
ship without wholesales?
I also need to be quite blunt with the three of you. What you're asking me to do is certainly within my line of work. You're purchasing passage on a voyage I'm already making. What
then
you're
we should-
paying for is the work of my people. And the food that you'll consume. But understand this: I
It's
cannot
good
guarantee
food.
any safety
What is the
on this
what is
voyage.
the discount if we do not eat your food?
I am eating their food, Osef.
Ah,
Other
As
than
part of the
depends on-
cruise.
Other
I'm
than
eating
dry
it.
rations, you shall not bring any food onto my ship. We inspect our food for cleanliness, and we do not accept anyone else's.
but you have good berries. We do not need them.
There's no discount for not consuming food. It's not how this works.
It's a flat rate system. It's like a cruise ship.
Yes. So then, is there an open buffet then, like there is at the Company of Blades?
There are meal times,
Is
and
your
you get your
survival rate
portion.
better than carnivals?
I am
For an
legally
all-inclusive-
required to say I am unaware of that.
For an all-inclusive trip, there seems to be very little included.
I'm going to turn back into Maggie.
Now,
But
I don't know if it's sunk in what I was trying
Oh
to
no,
say.
we do not have whole sails. We are sunk. I do not
This
like the choice
voyage
of
is not
words
going
that
to
you have.
be some leisurely cruise down the seacoast. We are sailing into waters that are currently being barricaded against entry. This is a dangerous voyage.
And so, are you assuming the liability for danger under the all-inclusive price?
Liability, good sir. We're pirates, not insurance agents. You can come on the voyage, or you can choose not to. And if you choose not to, I bid you good day.
well, let me discuss with my
I think it is
associates.
good night day. He
Discuss
seems to
away.
be confused about the time as well.
So, aside from pithy comments, this seems to be our only reasonable way in.
And we get to hang out with pirates.
And they get to hang out with pirates, which Nine seems to really want to do.
There is that. However, it will take.
I can give. So, I can pay for my passage and.
Do you need?
450 for each of you, but that's pretty much all my money then.
How did you become so wealthy? I only have.
You bought extra magic items.
Oh, that is true. I did spend it before I lost it.
So I can put actually with my gold. I can cover.
So do you get a discount because you do not need to be disguised?
It seems to be pretty flat rate. These people don't seem to be like big negotiators. So, but I can cover.
I can cover my passage on the more expensive package trip, all inclusive.
But this
disguised.
is this trip specifically for me. So
Yeah, she should pay for everything.
I can pay 450 gold for both of you each.
Well, I will be satisfied if you pay 300 of my 1,000, and I will pay the rest.
Okay, I can do that. Nines.
You would need to make an arrangement with Nines.
So wait, let me do some math. So it's
This is
100
really great.
platinum for myself, 30 for you, right?
The train is traveling west out of Yuma at 55 miles per hour.
How many watermelons are in there, though?
I might have done math wrong first, but I can cover 300 of yours, and I can cover 450 of yours, 9.
Yes, I should get most of it. Then we shall go. I shall pay the rest of the 550.
So I will pay 70 platinum.
But we get to choose our identities and make them like really cool and believable.
We shall be forging your documents on the ship. We need to work with you to make an identity that is, well, believable. If you can't stick to your story and make it sound real, then, well, your cover's blown.
Alright, that's fair.
Okay, I guess it is a deal then.
And if you screw us over, stab you in your sleep.
I wouldn't dream of doing it, madame.
I do believe that you would dream of doing it.
What, screwing over valuable clients? I never.
I want to
Doesn't
make
sound
an
like you have
insight
many
check.
repeat customers.
I would like to insight this.
Go ahead.
Guidance. Insight 30.
You get no sense that he is being deceptive in that. He seems to genuinely feel a bit offended that you would think he would actually bring harm to people he considers clients.
Okay. Do we get like a name or a fake name or anything for you?
Me? No. I find that giving out my name is best left to lovers and first mates.
I said fake name works.
You just call me Captain. How about that?
Captain.
We will call him Captain. How about that?
I will call
That
you
is a
Captain.
fine name.
Alright.
I will be most happy to call you Captain. How about that?
Wait, one last question. Otto,
Yes?
do you trust these people?
This is the great-great-great-grandson of my first mate when I was captain. He's as trustworthy as anyone I know.
The only
He
people
knows
I
lots of people.
Yeah, he does know a lot of people.
He knows us. If he
Yeah.
trusts us, then he must trust them.
Alright. I will
Because we are quite trustworthy.
put forth
Yes, that's
literally all my platinum.
I wouldn't risk the lives of people who saved my own on some ne'er-do-well.
Well, I appreciate that.
Thanks, Otto. Would you like some pie?
Not a big fan of blueberry.
What fan are you of? I will go steal it for you.
I've always appreciated a raspberry pie.
Also, let's go find raspberry pie to steal.
I will follow along at a respectful distance.
Alright. So I can pay, so I'm paying for my passage 300 for Ulseth and 450 for Nines.
Do you have enough to cover that?
And I drop.
That's exactly how much I have in platinum.
How quickly can the three of you be ready to leave?
Wait, we already said goodbye to everyone.
Yes. I did not believe we left anything at the company house because things from there get stolen.
I feel like I should have like a good. I should switch to like a, if we're leaving town, I should leave Maggie and switch to like a good pirate-y sort of like alternate persona.
Why don't you just pick one of these two and become one of her?
Well, we would have to kill one.
I would prefer if you not kill any of my crew.
See, I thought he would say that. Anyway, we'll think about it on the boat.
Very well. The quicker you can head out, the better. I would prefer to leave no later than by midday. That's our day, not the Nordfeldian one.
Alright.
I am ready to leave now if we wish
Yeah,
to go.
I'll turn into the captain again and collect all of our money and say thank you for your payment. Alright, crew, let's head out.
You're going to be quite a handful, aren't you?
I don't know why one of my passengers would call me a handful, but...
They're going to kill us.
Natalie,
here
if you
go.
wouldn't mind taking care of documenting the payment. Now, I have just a few errands to run before we leave. If there's anything else that you wish to attend to before we head out, please do so. We will be making roughly a week's travel over to the city of Stillborough. That is where we shall take our first ship.
Well then, shall we wait for you here, or shall we wait for you in some other location?
If you wish to meet at another location, now we can. If you wish to meet back here, we can do that as well. you're the client, I allow you a certain amount of your preference.
Well, I would just as soon wait here.
Let's
It's a
wait
comfortable
here.
place.
Yeah,
We have pie to eat.
we can talk to Otto, maybe get a pirate flag.
Oh, yes. That's a
He said he
possibility.
makes pirate flags.
Yes. I still have enough left, thanks to your generosity, to cover the cost of a pirate flag.
Alright, we'll meet you
We're
here.
not actually pirates, so
But we have to forge an identity and wait.
I don't think
Yes.
we should
Forge the
pirate
identity
identities.
as pirates. That is excellent.
Otto, can you make us a pirate flag with like 3 friends holding hands?
It's not very piratey.
Oh, it's not
That's
weird.
why,
What
that's
do we
why it's
get
perfect
against?
cover.
Very
One
well. I
expects
shall
the
return
friendship.
in. Looks up at the clock on the wall. 1 hour's time.
Okay. We will wait for you here. We will enjoy pie and Otto's company.
All right. The captain heads out the door, and unless there's something that you wish to discuss with Otto.
Well, I would like to ask Otto, are you familiar with like the Ulstein / Ulstein Grotfeld families? Like, are they they're dwarves, right?
Yes, they're dwarves. Most of them.
Do they have any like characteristics that are like famous to be like do they all have big like the Hapsfelds and the real world had like the Hapsfeld chin? Because I'm thinking if I can forge an identity that I'm like some distant relative of the family I'm looking to infiltrate right off the bat,
That would be good.
I could maybe just start putting in the groundwork now.
I
you mean
could
the
pose as your bodyguard,
Habsburg?
and Nines could pose as your
Yeah,
bodyguard.
Habsburg.
I was like Habsfeld?
Or Nordfeld, and
Yeah, okay. The Habsburg. All right.
you know, like, do
Yeah.
they all have like a really like, I don't know, bushy eyebrows or something? You know, some sort of like distinctive genetic thing they're famous for.
Not that I know of. I've never had the pleasure, perhaps displeasure, of meeting any of the Grotfell line.
What about the Ulsteins?
I've met several Ulsteins. They are all very considerate in their language. They choose their words carefully. You can never quite tell what they're really thinking, although it doesn't seem to be a point of deception, but more a point of rulership. Playing the political game. If you're asking about physical characteristics, though, they are particularly tall for dwarves. They often stand above, by almost a full head, anyone else in their court.
What does the Ulfstein like crest look like? Do you have like an example, since this is like
Oh, he gestures behind him. That is the Ulfstein crest. The crest is that of a dragon in flight, soaring straight upwards, wings spread, head clearly visible, and rising up over what appears to be a volcanic mountain.
would you be able to get me like a signet ring with that on it?
On short notice, I don't think so, but if I had more time, I'm sure that I could. I'm sorry. Sourcing the materials to make such a ring does take a little while.
Could you make it and then just ship it to us? There's shipping here, right?
We're going on a
Of
ship.
course, I'll just FedEx it.
Well, we're going on a ship, so
I mean, there is shipping,
That's
but
for
not quite like that.
what if I gave you like a signet thing? Could you repurpose that?
It would be hard. Forging a signet ring properly requires creating mold. Pouring the molten metal in there. It would take me at least a full day. And the forgery would be less than my usual quality.
I'll just have to steal one.
Well, we can have one made and just give it to Soloff. We'll probably run into him again. He's our boss-ish, right?
Could you? Well, I'm sure this will be part of the forging process, though. If they they'll create like documents, right? There's some. All right. Well, thank you, Otto.
You're welcome. I hope your travels find you safely.
I'll spend the hour that we're waiting, though, workshopping some Ulfstein-like dwarf shapes with Otto to see if I can make one that looks like it might be.
Sure. Why don't you roll, Why don't you roll a performance check?
Okay.
I think that's kind of the closest ability to what you're trying to do.
Guidance and bardic inspiration.
No. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Thank you. But you have to play your ocarina.
No.
You just play the ocarina. I just shed a single tear. It's beautiful. It's so. It's within the common domain. Oh, good thing I had that inspiration. I did not roll very great. 14 total.
Well, your Ulfstein dwarf is a little imperfect. You might pass. You got the tall down, but the other features are a little ill-defined. You might be a distant cousin.
That's what I'm going for.
You know?
Wait, are there pictures in my encyclopedia?
They're
Like a portrait of like the Empress?
of the Empress? No.
Or
There's not a picture of the
okay.
Empress. There is, however, a printing of an old wood etching of the first emperor.
Okay, can I use that to help me along a little bit? As a visual?
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead? That's a fairly good idea. Why don't you go ahead and roll that same check once more? This will be the rolling with advantage part. So you already made one roll. This is the second roll.
Should
I'm
I
now
keep
giving you.
my inspiration and my guidance the way they were?
Yep, keep them the way they were. So this is the advantage roll. That's how we'll run with this one.
I rolled worse.
Okay. You
Damn it.
using the
My ingenuity failed me.
using the encyclopedia etching. You make a dwarf that could potentially be a long lost cousin in the Ulfstein line.
Well, the Ulfstein Gradfelds are like a,
Well, yeah, and you have been long lost.
cadet line. Yeah.
You've been lost for a long time.
A very long time.
Yeah. I was on. I went on sabbatical in Silsine and slept on the beaches for a while.
A fair number of royals do that.
All right. I guess for the sake of both of you and not having to get confused about pronouns, I'll stay as a female dwarf.
All right. Anything else that you want to talk to Otto about before
I mean,
the captain returns?
I will make
time
small
for me to
talk
steal
about
another pie?
sailing on
there's
trees
like an
on the
hour. You
ocean.
could probably steal a pie in an hour.
Also, folks, go steal a pie.
There might not be many pies left. This is now quite late in the Nordfeldian night. I mean, you can try. I'm just letting you know that finding a pie might be difficult.
We will
poke
make.
my head out and just do a perception, sniff around.
Yeah, sure. And I am gonna roll to see whether there's a pie for you.
Is there guidance? Nope. So
No.
Oh,
I got.
sorry. I was thinking
Too
about.
late now.
I was focused on pie.
Why weren't you helping?
No, I was thinking about the concepts of pie.
I got a 21.
You look around and you see no pies.
But I smell no pie.
You neither
the
see
one I
nor
stole
smell
over.
pie.
I turn into a dog and smell for pie.
Other than the pie that was consumed, you smell no trace of pie.
Okay, I turn back into a dwarf.
Sorry, Otto, there is only this pie.
This is the only pie that exists.
All right.
So those of you who are pirates and did not indulge in the pie, please be aware that this is the only pie.
I don't know.
All
if
of
they're
them are
back.
gone for the moment. They're all.
on.
They went with the captain.
Oh, I
other
thought
two.
just the
But
captain
still
had
more
an errand.
pies.
I'm going to change my glamored armor. Wait, I can make the glamored armor look like any clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I
Neat
just
dress.
like make a illusionary signet ring?
I think that might be stretching the glamored element of it
It's
a
a-
little far.
You decide
but
what it looks like, including color, style, and accessories.
It's a very precise thing, though.
Yeah, what I'll say is that you can make the limitations of the spell are such that you can't make exact copies of things. So you could make a passable facsimile.
Something that if I just saw it on my finger, it would look
Yeah,
like it.
it would be at a glance passable. And I'm kind of stretching this one with the accessories here.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it means like capes and stuff generally and hoods, but
Yeah, I'm stretching this one.
I'll take it.
How about brooches, amulets?
Because typically the intent here is that, like, within a set of clothing that would normally be on your person, then it can change into that. It doesn't typically cover things like jewelry, but I'm just gonna let you have that one.
Nice.
You can have a
Proper
reasonable
disadvantage
facsimile.
Every
Like,
time someone checks it.
if someone were to go and look at it, inspect it, it would not hold up.
Gotcha.
It wouldn't even like
Kinda.
hold up.
But it just sort of looks like it if I'm
If
from a
someone were,
distance.
if you were just like walking down the street and someone glanced at it, they might think that
Gotcha.
is sort of the quality here.
Yep. But I make my clothes look very nice.
Okay, so you're sort of this dwarven noble.
No, like travel clothes for a noble.
I see. All right.
Yep. I'm getting my.
Anything else you guys want to do before the captain and two crew
Just eat
members
some
return?
pie.
And you're my bodyguard and my minstrel.
Do I need to explain my armor and my
I don't-
weapons?
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's find out from the pirates.
Yeah, we're not really the professionals here.
No.
Well, with nothing else that you want to discuss, The captain returns with the 2 crewmates and says, our arrangements are now set and ready. If you are desiring to leave, now would be an excellent time.
Goodbye, Otto. Thank you for the help.
I'll give Otto a hug.
Oh, it's nice to feel wanted.
And then I'll check my pockets.
I believe Knights is wanted now too for theft of pie.
Otto's not a pickpocket.
I know.
If he was, he'd be very slow at it.
So, the captain leads you outside, and outside, in the rear of Otto's shop, there is a wagon waiting, covered, and he looks at the 3 of you. I'm assuming that you don't mind riding in the back.
I'm just happy I don't have to walk.
Yeah,
That's the attitude that I like to hear. Now, hop aboard. Assuming you have all your valuables with you.
Yes, and things that are not valuable as well.
yeah, you took most of my valuables, so.
Ah, very good. Anything else is your responsibility to watch. I take no responsibility for anything that you lose, misplace, or otherwise stolen on the trip.
We're used to that.
Very good. These are the kind of clients you hope to find.
Do you have a 17-page fine print waiver form?
No paper trails.
No, I don't have anything like that. But I find that most of the passengers on this vessel tend to not disagree when I make a judgment. And unless there's anything else, let's set off, shall we?
Make it so.
Ah, very good. And he lets his 2 crewmates drive this wagon, and he hops in the back with you. And you go trundling through the streets, Nordfeld, one last time, for now, out through the city's main gates on the southern road leading out of town. You head past the Tibok farm and find yourself traveling southwest.
Were there any bakery signs that we noticed?
We should have stopped at Tivolk's and grabbed some food.
Turn around! We have to get the croissants!
So can we doze off? Is this a long trip now?
This is a long trip, and this will take about not quite a week traveling this way to get from Nordfeld to Stillborough. So we will pick that up next week, where we will join that adventure and find out what happens with this new, interesting decision that you've all made to smuggle yourselves into the Cormer Republic. I am not sure what will happen right now. This is an interesting course that you have chosen. So, we'll see. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. It's the shorter episode this week.
But next week, we're gonna get eaten by
Kraken.
a kraken 3 times.
But if we don't get you, you can turn into
Saltwater
a kraken at some point.
Sturmgrimy.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
Before we truly end for the day, why don't you roll a percentile dice, Soria?
Oh, for what? Okay. 10.
Oh, it's 100.
On your
No, it's 10.
Let's rearrange the zeros.
on your way out, as you pass Lake Sturmgrim, in the bright noon hour, you see a large, long, eel-like creature breach the water and take something down beneath it.
Chicken.
And some feathers are left behind.
Did y'all see that?
Well, that wasn't looking.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We love you.
I saw it,
See you
and
next week.
Strum Gimme was happy for my chicken.
Yeah, he got our letters.